Good morning, Rabbi Isai. Oh, Lili Nishmasim Mirosirus Mordechai. Rabbi Isai, we're holding the Kuvav Amid Beis. Tana Rabbana, 10 lines from the bottom. Kuvav Amid Beis. Tana Rabbana Karbon. Milamed Shemisnadvim Eitzim. This is a peleploim, but not to us because we already had this. One is permitted to donate wood as a carbon to the Beis Hamikdash. And therefore, there's a lot of almost, I don't want to use the word funny, interesting halachas. You could donate, instead of an animal, you could donate a piece of wood, a log, to the Beis Hamikdash. V'kama, shnei gzirin, has to be two pieces. Those 2 pieces that you bring in the morning, that size, that you put on the mizbeach, 2 pieces, not long logs, the 2 pieces. V'chein oimer v'agorol, it's mamish mefurish in the pasuk. V'agorol is hipalnu al kurban ho'eitzim. Nehemiah. It says kurban and it says eitzim. This is one of the reasons I have nekudas in my Gemara, seriously, because of these psukim. I would have absolutely read it al karban ho'eitzim, and there's a shuruk, I don't know what you want to call it, it's kurban, not karban. Rebbe Yomer, eitzim karban heim. And therefore, there's different halachas since it's considered wood. Te'unim melach, could you believe this? This is unbelievable. You have to put salt on it, like you put on an animal that goes on the mizbech, you put on the murim, you put salt. U'te'unim agasha. You have to take, we all know what agasha is, let's remember, not forget. It's unbelievable masechta, it's going bye-bye, that's it. We're going to see it in 7.5 years from now. Hagasha. You take the whatever carbon it is, and you touch the corner of the mizbeach. You have to take the wood, touch the mizbeach. Omarava, uledivi Rebbe, this is unbelievable. Eitzim tu'unim kmitza. You have to do kmitza. How do you do kmitza? Rabbi says so. We show. What? Nothing. That's it. He does kmitza. He has to break it up into small. How do you do kmitza on a piece of wood? You literally have to break it up into pieces. Amar Papa, another chiddush. The Divrei Rebbe, eitzim tzrichim eitzim. We had a video for this. I don't want to show it again. The guy comes with a wagon. I'll just remind you. He comes with a wagon full of wood, and then he has a second wagon behind it. It's like full of wood. And what's this? It's the wood for the wood. In other words, you can't take the wood and put it on the mizbech and burn it. That's what you do with regular wood to burn a sheep. But you're burning wood as a carbon. So first put a pile of wood, make a nice fire, a medura, lag ba'omer fire, and on top of that, you remakriv your carbon. You put your wood on it. Crazy chidushim. You need salt, you need kmitza, you need agasha, you need a wood for the wood. If a person is neither frankincense, levina, it must be at least these 3 finger worth. There has to be kmitza. Minallah, how do we know? It says in one pasuk, you should be makter from it with the kmitza, from the flour, umishamno, and from the oil. Ve'eis kol halavayna. So it says levayna in the same pasuk as the kmitza of the soils. Makish levayna laharama de mincha. So we have a hekesh here. You learn one from the other. Maharama de mincha. What you makter on the mizbeach of a mincha, how big, how much? Only 1 kmitza. It should be a minimum of a kmitza, a full kmitza. Tana Rabbanan. Harei olay lemizbeach. A person, again, we're talking about people that say funny things. They're not very specific. What do they mean? He says 3 words. I'm accepting upon myself something for the mizbeach. That's in English. In Hebrew, harei olay lemizbeach. He doesn't say what, where, when. Yavi levayna. So you know what? He most probably meant the least of the least. 1 kmitza of this stuff, just take a little bit, put it in your hand, you're good to go. You don't have to go and buy. How much does a cow cost today? How much a cow? Cow. How much? Minimum 2,000. Usually more like 3,000 to 5,000. Depends on the size, right? It goes by weight. Every pound is like $5 a kilo or something. It's not cheap for a live animal. You put them on a scale, it could cost close to, let's call it between 3, not 2 anymore, between 3,000 and 5,000. Why? The Gemara says before, the reason is because that is the only thing that is 100% going to be consumed by the Mizbeach. But he probably did not mean Eitzim. And the Gemara is going to ask all your questions. Says the Gemara, Pirashti, Ve'enu Yodea Ma Pirashti. If a person says, I specified, but I don't know what, Yavi Mikol Davar Shekarv L'Mizbeach. Therefore, he should bring everything that goes in the Mizbeach, such as, like somebody screamed out, Nisachim and the Oila Sa'if. Shekarv L'Mizbeach. V'sulek asks the Gemara, but there's other things that are completely consumed. What about an oila? Somebody says, I'll bring an oila, and he has to bring a sheep. The whole thing, the kohen can't eat anything. Says Gemara, Ika oira like Yahanim, the hide is not, it's not 100%, it's 95% because the hide goes to the kohen. What about the bird oila? There's no hide. Ika murav and noitza. You have the famous, let's show it again, because this is a halacha, that the kohen has to take it and toss it from that corner, 28 amor or so.
Stone.
And it's a hard throw. You have to be very strong. Ask the Gemara. So it can't be. It's not 100%. You still have to throw the feather and the crop. Here's the zefek here. That little part where it says crop. That's the part you throw. I think we said because it's gezel. They eat gezel or something. Fine. Kivin. So again, I want to be clear because a lot of people. Oh, Baikin Nesachim, you're right. There's the wine, the Nesachim, that goes on the Mizbeach. Says Gemara Lashita Nazli. They go over here into this device. So it's not on the Mizbeach, it's more into the Shitim, and eventually it goes into the drainage system. Okay. Vaika Minchas Nesachim. Minchas Nesachim, do I have it over here? I thought I did. Maybe. Oh yeah, here, Minchas Nesachim. Because Rabbi Isai, as we're leaving Menachos, at least let's get this thing clear. A lot of people get confused between Nesachim and Minchas Nesachim. Nesachim means wine. But Minchas Nesachim does not mean wine. It means the mincha that has wine in it, but it also includes oil and flour. So that's Minchas Nesachim. When do we bring that? We bring that together with Shlamim, Oyla. Most Karbanas get Minchas Nesachim. You could also donate the Minchas Nesachim on its own. So the Gemara asks, well, you get Minchas Nesachim, all this goes in the Mizbeach. Says the Gemara, Kivin, they can mincha the achli kohanim, but there are other menachos that kohanim eat from. So if he really meant, the guy he's not explaining what he meant. He says, Pirashi, I don't know what. If he really meant a nesachim, he would have explained because it's very confusing. There's menachos that you could eat, menachos that you can't eat. He should have said, at the time that he made his nether, he would have explained. So Mela, at the end of the day, it means levaina, which is completely consumed 100%. A person says, I'm bringing gold, I want to donate gold to the Beis Hamikdash, it has to be a dinar zav. As the Gemara of Dilma Naska, maybe it's a small amount, which is less than a dinar. Omer Belazid, the Omer Matbeya. This is Matbeya. A guy says, I'm giving gold, Matbeya, coin, so he means one dinar. This is a dinar. I don't know how much a dinar was worth then. I'm assuming it wasn't $5,000. It's probably, because even just a few years ago, gold was $900, no? So when a guy says Zav, he means he's being serious. This is also 24 karat, the whole thing. Okay. Yishkoyach Hari, what a gift, what a gift. Vidilma Priti. Oh, I said already. He specified it's going to be a coin. So you can't say it's a little piece of gold, a little chachka. Omer Rav Papa, Priti de Hava lo yavdi inche. Maybe Vidilma Priti. Maybe we're talking, why did you go all the way to dinner? Maybe it's a small pruta. People don't make a pruta. When it comes to silver, don't give him less than one dinar. Maybe it's a small piece of silver. He said a coin. Here we go again. Sal coin. It's not. He didn't just give me that gold. He gave me the silver. I don't know how much are these guys worth. $80 a buck. One of these. No, hold on. Did I read it? Never. Oh, he said before I'm doing a coin. Maybe he meant a small amount. Silver, they do have smaller coins. In this place, they don't use that smaller coin. By gold, they don't have. There's no such thing as a smaller one. So this is interesting. A person donates copper. So if a person donates copper, what is he donating? So it's interesting. The Mishnah doesn't say he should do copper. Tanya Rebbe Lezer ben Yaakov Omer le'yivchos mitzinor ktanos shel nechoshes. He has to give a small little fork. Like this kind of fork, we had this. Oh, that's what Tosfos asks. What can you do with a little fork? You clean out a menorah with it, you break off the top of a... Now, Rashi seems like he's talking about the menorah in the Beis HaMikdash. Tosfos asks right away, was made out of gold, not out of copper. So it could be that Tosfos says, no, we're talking about a regular menorah. Maybe that's what Rashi meant. The menorah of the Beis HaMikdash. Okay, it's something that cleans out. It helps you break the psila, like the top, the black part, the dark. You crack it off, so to speak, and you start over. Okay. Barzel. Person says metal. Tanya. So kloya orev can mean a number of things. It can mean like these. It can mean those dokranim, those little pieces of metal spikes, pigeon spikes. Pigeon spikes. It doesn't allow the pigeon to sit down. On the Beis Hamikdash, they had a problem with in the second Beis Hamikdash. First Beis Hamikdash says there's a lot of kedusha, so they didn't have bird problems. But in the second Beis Hamikdash, the crows would come. I guess there were no pigeons because if you were a pigeon, you would get caught and you would be eaten. So they had crows, a crow issue. So they put the pigeon spikes for the crows. So v'kama, how big of a piece of metal, of a spike strip? Amar Rav Yosef amalama. I saw somebody says, it's interesting. I don't know that everybody holds like that. The Beis Hamikdash was actually like a dome. Maybe that's where they got it from. So there's really no room for the birds to land. Only on the top, the roof of the Beis Hamikdash. This is on the roof. We're talking about the roof of the Beis Hamikdash here. That's the heichal. It's fat. Yeah, that's what one of the Rishonim says. And there's only an amma space on the spitz on the top to land. So one minute, there was a roof. There's a roof. Okay, I'm saying not everybody says that. Some people say the opposite. It should be at least 1 amma by 1 amma, 2 feet by 2 feet worth of spikes. What can you do with it? It gets rid. It's the spikes of the ravens. Harei alai yain. If a person just says, "I want to give the Beis Hamikdash wine," well, how much? Lugin. It should be minimum 3 lug. Why 3 lug? Rabbi, if you remember from the chart, what's 3 lug represent? That's the minimum of a kevis. Very good. Kevis is 3. Ayil is how much?
4.
And para is how much? 6. Shemen. If a person says, "I'm going to give oil," like Rav Tarfon says that you can give oil. We had a machlokes whether or not you can give oil. It must be a minimum of 1 lug. Why? Why 1 lug? Because a typical mincha has a minimum. The typical mincha is 1 lug of oil. So when a person says oil, he means the minimum, which is 1 lug. Rabbi Omer shleisha lugim. No, you should give more oil. Why? Because in a sachem is 3 lug for the animals. Pirashti v'eni yudei ma pirashti. A person says, I said I'm going to give, but I don't remember how much. Yavi kiyoim meruba. That we also had that in the past when it came to flour. What's kiyoim meruba? The Gemara explains the day that you bring the most korbanos, which is what? Sukkos that falls out on a Shabbos, like this year, next year. Torah Ezrach. We had this already. Well, this type of sugya. You see from the word Ezrach that anybody can donate wine. V'kama, how much? What's the minimum? Shlosh lugim. If you want to give more than 3, Talmud loymar yiyah, that you can give even more. Yochel yivchas, maybe you can give less than 3. Talmud loymar kacha. Right? We had the same exact sugya, but again to flour. Now, Rabbi Isai, if we have in the Torah an idea, we have something called a mincha that you could donate. You could donate a mincha. How much? 1 lug, a mincha. I want to donate a mincha. I say, Rabbi Shalom, I want to give you a mincha today. How do I know I could do it? It says in the Torah I could do it. I could donate a mincha. How much? 1 lug. That's A. That's concept A. Concept B is something completely different. It's oil. How do I know that I could donate oil? I learn it from concept A. This oil I need to learn from somewhere. I don't know that I could donate oil. In fact, we have a machlokes, could you donate oil? Right? Remember, we said, is oil like wine? Wine, you could donate, oil not. Tarvin says you could. So I'm learning concept B from concept A. But what am I learning? I can learn the idea that, the concept that you could donate. Okay, so I could donate oil. How much? Well, in A it's 1 lug. So B is also 1 lug. Or no. I'm going to learn the concept. How much? The amount, the details, I'm going to learn from another place. That's called doimina umina. Doimina vuki basra. It sounds traumatic, but it's just a simple idea. When I'm learning B from A, do I learn everything or just the idea, the concept? And once I know the concept, then I could go to another place and learn that it's 3 lug, not 1 lug. What's the machlokes here if shemen you give 1 lug or 3 lug? What's the machlokes? Do we learn from it? And everything, mina, umina, and we keep on learning the amounts also, not just the concept that you can do in the dava on oil, but also how much. Or bedumina, yeah, you learn the concept, you stop short over there, and you learn the amounts from someplace else. We're learning the oil from a mincha. Ma mincha misnadvin. First of all, we learn the concept. Great. You could also donate oil. Umina, and we keep on learning B from A. That what? Ma mincha belug, av shemen belug, the amount also. We're going to do everything from there. V'Rebbe savar dumina, vuki basra. You don't learn everything, you just learn the concept. Ma mincha misnadvin. First of all, you learn the concept. I agree. Av shemen nam misnadvin. V'oiki basra. But we stopped right there, and we also say kinesachim. We learned the amount from somewhere else. Nesachim. Ma nesachim shloishes lugim. Av shemen nam shloishes lugim. We learn from nesachim. Then nesachim are 3 lug. So too oil is 3 lug. If in fact we do learn it from a mincha, if we're going to learn from mincha, we're going to learn everything, the amount also. He learns from the word ezrach and from nesachim. So the smallest amount of nesachim is 3. How could you say such a thing? You made a mistake. Vatanya carbon. The word is not ezrach. We're learning from carbon. Melamed shemisnadu shemen. How do I know they could donate oil from the word carbon, not ezrach? V'kama shloishes lugin. Rebbe. The only person who holds 3 versus 1 is Rebbe. Carbon, and Rebbe learns it from carbon. If in fact you found such a brisa that says that you learn from carbon, not from ezrach, you are right. I take it back. A person says, I specified that I don't know how much. You bring like the most ever, the top day of the year. Tana, so we already did this once before. We'll do it again. We did it for flour. 3. The sheep do 3. The rams do 4, and the cows do 6. So 18 times 3 equals 54. On the left side you have the cows. There's 13 cows. 13 times 6 equals 78. 78 plus 54 equals 132. And then you have the rams in the middle that are, each one is holding 4. That's another 8. The total of 140 lug. So if somebody says, I don't know what I specified, he has to bring like the top day of the year, which is 140 lug of wine, which is a pretty nice amount. Says the Elegi Mishnah, Harei Olai Oila Yovi Keves. If a person says, I want to bring an oila, he doesn't say what kind. You can bring a cow, you can bring a goat. Yovi Keves, you bring the cheapest one, he probably meant a sheep. Bring either a dove or a pigeon. So the shaila is, the question here, the machlokes really is, what's more expensive, meat or chicken? Meat or pigeon? You go by the cheapest. So Rav Elazar ben Azari says, in my city, birds are cheaper than meat. So I'm going to go with the bird. Tanakama says no, birds are more expensive. Birds are more expensive than what are they called? The lamb chops. So you go with lamb chops. Whatever's cheapest. If lamb chops is cheaper than pigeon, you go with lamb chops. That's the whole machlokes. What? It's not a machlokes. Exactly. It's not a machlokes. It's a metzias. Exactly. The Gemara says it's not a machlokes. Pirashti min abaka ben idem pirashti. I said meat, but I didn't say what kind. Yovi par va'egel. So now he has to bring a $5,000 cow, and a $3,000 veal. How do you say veal? Calf. And he has to be yotzei with two, because he doesn't know. Did he mean a 1-year-old within the first year or within the 3 years? The second and third year. Min ha-behema. He says, I'm going to bring an oila from an animal. Veni yodea ma pirashti. Yovi, now he's stuck. Mamish, par ve'egel, a cow and a calf. Ayil, a ram. Sar, a male goat. Gdi, vitala, a baby goat and a baby sheep. He has to bring 6. Pirashti veni yodea ma pirashti. What? I specified. I didn't say what. Moisev aleim Torah ben Yoina. I didn't do an animal. He didn't say animal. Just in general. He has to bring a Torah ben Yoina. Harei alei toida. Person says, I'll bring a toida. Ushlamim. Toida shlamim. Yavi keves. Bring a sheep. Pirashim and abokim ben yidea ma pirashti. I said it's going to be something from. It's going to be geshmak and meat, but I don't remember what. Toida shlamim. Yavi par upara. He has to bring a male and a female cow, $10,000. Egel ve'egla, another $6,000, $16,000 already. A male and a female calf. Mina behema, but if I said I'm going to bring an animal, I didn't say meat. I didn't say it should be, how do you say cow meat? Beef. I didn't say beef. I said animal. Venideh ma pirashti, yavi paru para, egel ve'egla, ayel urachela. You have to bring all the varieties of beef, male, female, adult, and calf. Ayil urchela. Now you have to do a male and a female ram. Sarasira, goats. Gdiu gdia, baby goats, the kids, I guess they're called. Talut talia, and the baby sheep. So it's a lot. This is a lot. You got to be more specific, Rabbi Yisrael. Harei shar. If a guy says, I'm bringing a bull, Yavihu nesachav b'mana. It should cost him 100 dinar. Mana, 100 dinar. Egel, what if he says calf? Yavihu nesachav b'chamesh. 25% of that. Chamesh is 25 dinarim, so 25% of an adult. That's what it cost back then. Ayel, Yavihu nesachav b'shtayim. 8 dinar. So 8% of a cow. I looked it up. It's not so far off. Today, a sheep costs about 10% of a cow. Okay? Keves, Yovi Unesachav B'Sala. If he says a sheep, he should bring him and his Nesachim. It should cost him a Sela, 25. Shor B'Mana. If he specifies how much it's going to cost him. The bull is going to cost me 100. Yovi B'Mana Chutz Min Nesachav. That includes only the meat part. But you have to pay for the Nesachim in addition to the 100. Egel b'chamesh, you say I'm buying a calf 5 slime. Again, same thing. It doesn't include the wine and the oil. It does not include the wine, oil, and flour. What if a guy says I'm going to bring 1 bull that cost me 100? So instead he brought 2 that each one is worth 50. That's no good because he said 1 that cost 100, not 2 that are 50. Even though 50 plus 50 equals 100. Lo yotza. Oh, I saw that he did. I asked him to do this, and I forgot to show it. Par. This could help. Par egel. Editors, please put this in earlier, just a few minutes before, when the Mishnah says, like 5-6 lines above. Par egel ayel eiz gdi keves le. They're all the 2 on the left are cows. The 2 in the middle are one is an adult sheep. That's the ram ayel. An adult goat is an eiz, and then it goes to keves, which is a female adult. Tle is a baby. Gdi is okay, fine. Sorry. Shavimana baby shnayim b'mana le'atza. Va'afilu, says the Gemara Mishnah. Va'afilu zeh b'mana chassid dinar. If he donated 100 and he gave 99 times 2, which is 198. 198 does not equal 1 that's 100. Because he said 1 that's 100 and he didn't bring 1 that's 100. He brought 1 that's 99 and another 1 that's 99 that does not equal 1 that's 100. Chassid dinar, no good. Shachar v'hevi lavan. He says, I'm going to bring a black sheep, but he brought a white one. Lavan baby, shachar, no good. Each one has its own ma'ila.
Oh no, I promised a white lamb. Quick, quick.
You!
Who? I?
What is this lump of wool?
A beautiful white lump of wool.
We'll see.
Made him
Oh, that was good.
Chazarah is shachar ve'evi lavan ve'evi shachar, godel ve'evi katan. Obviously, if he donates a large one, he brings a small one that's no good. Lo yatsa. Katan ve'evi godel. This is the story that we saw yesterday. This is a pella, which Rabbi Didia says that he understands this even more than the Tanakama. If a person says, "I'm bringing a small one," ve'evi godel, and he brought a large one, that's not what he promised. You don't have b'chlal Messiah mana. Rabbi Omer, lo yatsa. You promised small, bring small. Stick to small. Don't bring big. So what if large is more expensive? That's not what you know. So on the first part, says Gemara v'loy pligi, that when a person says oila, whether he means a sheep or a bird, there's no machlokes. Marke asrei, marke asrei. Each one said what's more expensive. You're supposed to bring the one that's cheaper. Torah Rabbanan. Harei alai oila b'selo mizbeach. If a person says oila that's worth only one selah, yavi keves, he should bring a sheep. That's the cheapest one. Elat keves. Pirashti ve'eni yedem ma'pirashti. I don't know what I specified. Yavim called davar shekar b'selah gam mizbeach. You should bring anything that's a selah, like flour, levina. Pirashti min abakar ve'eni yedem ma'pirashti. Yavi par ve'egel. He should bring a bull and a calf. Amai v'leisi par memanav shach. Bring a bull, and that includes the egel, which to me I don't understand 100%. Hamani Rebbe he domar katan ve'evi gadol. I mean, veal is a much different tasting thing than beef, but okay. The Gemara understands that yesh b'chlal masayim mana. 200 includes 100. A large animal includes a small animal. No, it goes like Rebbe that you can't bring a larger animal instead of a small animal. As the Gemara, it's just think about it. Now, this is the beginning of the Mishnah, and Rebbe is all the way at the end of the Mishnah. So it doesn't flow well. Rebbe in the beginning, Rebbe at the end, and what you have Chacham in the middle. And it goes through the whole thing, so we'll just fly it. Even if it's 99 plus 99, we said 198 is not 100. Shachar ve'evi lavan, black, and then he brought white, he brought shachar, and then he tickled his nose. Gadol ve'evi katan, the large one and small one, lo yatsa. Katan ve'evi gadol yatsa, Rebbe omer latsa. Oh, finally we have Rebbe all the way at the end that says, if he promised to bring small and he brought a large animal, no good. So Reish v'Sefer Rebbe, U'Mitziyasar Rabbanan, it's like a sandwich. Doesn't make sense. Rebbe's in the beginning, Rebbe's at the end, but Rabbanan in the middle. In Reish v'Sefer Rebbe, Mitziyasar Rabbanan, V'achika Amar, Davar Zeh, Machlokes Rebbe v'Rabbanan. This is Machlokes Rebbe v'Rabbanan. Rabboisai, have a wonderful day.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDY.com.